Well, there's been a lot of concerns with parents basically making a lot of noise online that they're being overindulged in the new CBC curriculum. But what we've come to learn is that there is a battle for the souls of our children, and some of the information that they're being taught, or some of the material they're being given access to, you probably should know so that you can stop it. There is an organization that has been doing that for us, thank God. The organization is called CitizenGO Africa. And right now I have Kioko, who's the campaigns director. And Anne, I would like to know, you've been doing this for some time, haven't you?
Yes. My organization, like you have said, is called CitizenGO, and we have been using online platform to run petitions to defend life, family, and freedom across Africa. And we have been here in Kenya for some time now.
Yes.
And the battle has been very real, because we have seen a lot of issues coming up, influencing life and family institutions negatively. Mm-hmm. And of course, there's always this battle, especially to to break up the family, yes, and also to affect, for example, abortion, matters to do with the right to life, and they are happening every other day.
Now, this being family media, we are very key, and one of our main concerns is family values. We want our children to be brought up, based on the Christian values. Now, you've been going through some of the books, because I have friends who complain that, that the new curriculum is seeking their indulgence too much. Do we have a reason to be concerned?
Yes, very much. And I'm really surprised that parents are complaining for being involved in their children's lives. In other countries, they have written laws that are seeking that parents be less involved in their children's lives. And
parents be less involved?
Yes. And this is because they want the parental authority of children to be eroded so that they can inculcate whatever bad norms that they have. There's an agenda to sexualize children in this world.
Say that again.
There's an agenda to sexualize children.
Yes.
And it has been there. We have been fighting here in Kenya for the last 2 years. First, it started with comprehensive sexuality education, and I've been here in the family media speaking about comprehensive sexuality education, mm-hmm, that was teaching from 4-year-olds that sex is a right, it's a birthright. Sex is a right. They can do whatever they want with their sexuality. You can start having sex as early as 4. You can experiment whether you are gay.
That's a child who doesn't even know how to wipe their nose.
It has been happening. We stopped this in Kenya. 50 schools were being used to pilot this kind of curriculum.
The organizations that are pushing this agenda, mm-hmm, come and they go directly to a particular school. They, yes, have a conversation and enter into a contract with the principals,
yes,
or the headmaster, headmistresses.
Exactly. We have a list of the NGOs, 17 of them, and we have actually raised a complaint with the NGO board, mm-hmm, and listed them and asked them that they be deregistered. We have given evidence of what they are doing in these schools, and they needed to be stopped because they are going through the back door, getting access to schools and teaching this kind of explicit content to our pupils.
What are some of the things that we need to look out for since we have children in some of these schools? What are some of the things we need to look out for in the books that they're reading, or the books that they're reading? Which books should we look out for? Yeah,
first, before I go to the books, I need to say about the reproductive health bill that is coming up in the parliament, because once it is done with Senate, it has to come back to parliament. We need this bill to be killed because the content is explicit, it's very bad. Teaching comprehensive sexuality education as a right. I've already mentioned what comprehensive sexuality is about. Sexualizing children, and after that, offering them abortions. So we need this bill to be killed, and I'm asking parents, if they are watching, to make sure their voices are heard. This bill doesn't need to see the light of the day. Now, back to your question. We need parental involvement in the children's lives. a grade 3 child, for example, we discovered I think 2 months ago, in a school in Machakos. The school is called St. Stephen's, and I'm sure there are so many other schools around that, not only in Kenya, because the NGO that is in this region is also present in other places like Kisumu, Western, and even in Central. So we discovered a book, and this is it, the manual called Healthy Choices for a Better Future, with a grade 3 girl called, I will not say the name to protect the child, but this kind of manual was with this child, and it had content that you don't even want to see as a parent. Asking the child to start experimenting on how to break their virginity, to start touching their private parts, and also teaching them the matters about abortion, pregnancy, and this is a primary 3 child.
Yeah.
You know, breaking virginity, condoms, pregnancy, abortion as a solution to some of these issues. And we also discovered that some other books by pacesetters, publishers, that are being used by class 7 children, that are teaching them about abortion. It's a novel, but still it is trying to offer them a way out of sex. It should be abortion, you know? So we need to know.
We need to get involved.
Parents need to get involved today.
Yes.
Go to the bag of your child. Get to know what books they are using. Go to the notes, the books. Every day, come and review your child's schoolwork. Accompany them in the homework, what they are doing, and ask them sometimes about the lessons they are having in those schools. Because they could be having this kind of content. The children, you know, the children are very innocent.
Yes.
Whatever they are inculcated, what they imparted on, that's what they will, you know.
That becomes the base for their value.
Exactly.
Yes. Very well said. So, as a parent, you got to get involved in what your children are being taught, what they're reading, the material. I think it's very, very critical that we get involved in this so that we decide what our children are going to be taught. But at the same time, the prime responsibility is for you. Inculcate the values you believe at home. Don't leave it to a second and third party.